right, we are live, and this is the next day of my live stream. I am going live for 60 days straight. If you guys haven't already subscribed, make sure you subscribe and also turn on post notifications so you don't miss out on even one day, because I am going to be throwing knowledge bombs. But while I am here, ask me any questions. So today the topic of the day is how do you build muscle, and how do you build muscle fast. Now I want you guys to stay with me because this is going to be a very short live stream. It's only going to be 10 minutes. I'm going to teach you exactly how to build muscle fast and the right ways to do it. Okay, now let's talk about building muscle. Let's break it up into our training, our nutrition, and supplementation. Let's talk about training aspect. First of all, if you want to grow your muscles, you have to get those microscopic tears, okay, and that's the scientific version, okay. But how do you do these? Okay, so this is the training aspect of things. We work with the progressive overload. You have to challenge that muscle to grow. You can't just be growing like that. So you gotta give your muscle a reason to grow. Okay, now if I leave this pen over here, okay, and this pen is like 1 kilo, assume it's 1 kilo, and I come back and I'm continuously lifting 1 kilo for the same amount of reps 10 times all the time, I'm not gonna get any growth. So what do? I pick up something else, okay? So let's say I pick up this hand sanitizer bottle here, okay? And this is 5 kilo, okay? Now, if my body isn't used to that, I have to actually build the muscles, okay? And actually be able to lift that weight, okay? That is one way to challenge ourselves through training called the progressive overload, okay? Increasing the load that is lifted. That's one, okay? You can also, if I also have this penny and this 1 kilo, okay, and I lift it for 5 reps, okay? Next time I come in and I lift it for 6 reps, okay, I'm still gonna put more tension on the muscle, okay? This is another way to overload the muscle. So you can also progressively load by increasing the amount of reps, okay? Now if I come in here today and I lift the pen for 5 reps, next day I come in for 5 reps, next day I come in for 5 reps, okay? But the next day, the third day, I come in and I do 5 reps, I rest and do 5 reps again, 2 times, okay? Now what I've done is I've increased the amount of times I'm doing it, the amount of sets, okay? So another way to also increase our progressive load or load in the muscle is also to increase the number of sets, the reps, and the load. So I hope I've covered this clear enough. I don't want to go too fast for you guys, but I hope you guys can understand this. Feel free to rewind this and come back to it and listen to it again. But I want to help you guys as much as possible, and I also want to condense this in a very short video, so you don't have to. I also want to condense this in a short video so you don't have to spend too much time having to worry or watch a 20-minute video about this. So I hope you guys are following through with me. So that is your training. Then after you've got your training properly and your recovery, which we're going to talk about a little bit later down in this video, you want to ensure that you're also having frequency with the muscle groups you want to build. So if I want to build my arms more, I'll increase my frequency with training arms. It means I'll train them more. So when I design my program, I'll probably have arms like 5 days a week, or like 3 days a week, or 2 days a week. I'm not saying 5 days a week. I mean, you can actually, I've actually programmed myself to be hitting arms every single day. As long as they're recovering, that is totally fine in my personal opinion. Okay, so let's get a little bit away from training. Nutrition, okay? Now, if you are wanting to build muscle, everyone knows it's a no-brainer. Protein, make sure you increase your protein intake, but that's not one of the reasons. Hi Graph, how we doing? One of the easiest ways to actually increase our muscle build, okay, while we are eating, is also ensure we are having enough glycogen stores. Now what is glycogen? Your muscle actually stores energy, okay? And this, so we can actually utilize it, for your lifting and any other activities that your muscles actually require. So if you actually increase the amount of energy, amount of glucose that's actually stored in the muscle, actually increases your muscle bulk, so actually makes your muscles bigger. Okay, so that's a sarcoplasmic hypertrophy if we're going a little bit scientific. Okay, now that's one. Another way is also to ensure that we're increasing the amount of muscle fibers. But to do that, after we've done the training aspect of things, what do? Okay, we eat, we recover, okay, our muscles are torn, heal, okay, and we also rebuild muscle bulk, okay. So we end up building more and more muscle bulk as we are eating to recover, okay. So don't get mistaken, okay. We've got 2 different types of hypertrophy, which is, you get the microscopic tears, but we've also got sarcoplasmic hypertrophy, which is also a very kind of like, I wouldn't say even a permanent hypertrophy. Is just increasing the muscle glycogen uptake, so how much energy those muscles can hold. That actually makes your muscles appear to be more bulkier. So that's how you build muscle bulk, okay? And making sure, again, you're having your proteins, your carbohydrates as well too, and then you enjoying your training program And that's another thing. So nutrition is number 2. Also sleep, making sure you remember I talked about recovery. In order for you to grow, you need to recover. Okay, so if you're gonna recover, what's the best way to recover? Sleep. Make sure you have enough rest periods. Even when we go back into training again, make sure you structure your training enough so you have enough time to recover and then come back and train again. Okay, now if I had all the time in the world, okay, and I had all my meals prepped for me, I had all my training, I had the personal gym that I was going to train at, it's very easy for me to actually build muscle. Okay, so the more time I actually have, it's actually quite easy, because what happens is if I'm just training and sleeping, I don't have to worry about stress from work, I'm just eating well and training, I'm already put in a good position, okay, to tear those muscles and also recover them, repair them, build that muscle bulk, and build that muscle I've always wanted. And then it also allows me to also do double training sessions for different muscle groups, which increases my frequency, which is also one of the things that's needed for growth. So, what absolute legend! Everyone, a massive shout out to Graph. What an absolute legend. Absolute legend. I really, really appreciate you. Thanks so much. Thanks so much for the donation. You're an absolute legend. Thank you. Thanks, Graph. You're a legend. That's so nice. That's so nice and kind. And Graph, guys, always massive shout out to Graph. Always one of the biggest donators. And always also a good supporter of my live streams. I really, really appreciate it, Graph. Thank you so much. I really appreciate the time. That's very kind. And then we go into supplementation. What supplements should you take, okay, when you are trying to build muscle? Okay, now there's a whole range of supplements out there, okay, and there's also supplements that are proven right, some are proven wrong, and I can't tell you because I'm not the smartest person in the world. But what I can tell you from my experience is some of the ones that you can focus on. I'm not saying these are the only ones you should focus on. These are some that I know would definitely help you. Your first one is your protein powder. As you guys know, why protein powder? Protein powder usually is got a good amount of protein, okay, usually less fat, less carbohydrates, so you can get that pure protein for recovery. It's also easy to supplement protein because sometimes we can't get enough proteins from our meals due to our busy days and not prepping and being lazy and so on, but protein should only be used as a supplement. Next up is creatine. If you want that muscle bulk, get creatine. Creatine is one of the most tested supplements in the world. Tested over and over. Creatine monohydrate in experiments has been tested over and over, and it's also very, very important and very highly used. So creatine is a great one for supplementation. Now, highly recommended. What does creatine do? Helps with recovery. Also helps with water holding, which actually hydrates the muscles, helps you live stronger as well too, and helps with strength ideally. So so many different, and there's been so many experiments and so much research and study that shows how important creatine. And thanks again, Graph. I really appreciate it. I appreciate the love and support, and I appreciate the donation as well. I'm just highlighting that again because that means a lot. Like, it makes my time worth it as well too, me coming here, and I always want to give you guys knowledge bombs as well. So really, really thank you, Graph Language. Everyone, thank you. Thanks for joining the live stream as well too. But we're not done yet. So you got your training, nutrition, supplementation, okay, and also your frequency, which are the big things. But make sure you also recover. That's one of the biggest things I was talking about with supplementation. There's other things as well, like your glutamine. I personally like for my immune system as well too, and also for your gut health at the same time too. Aminos are great. I personally like aminos for if you're a very hard gainer, or you're doing training for more than 45 minutes. I personally think aminos are great because it's great for muscle energy. EAAs, I always mix up with estimated energy requirement. EAAs is essential amino acids, okay? They are very important because your body can't produce those amino acids, and it's great for recovery. Remember how I talked about recovery being important? If you can recover, you can also train more. You can increase your frequency, which means you can build muscle faster. So these are some of the things that you want to look at when you want to build muscle faster naturally as well too. And these are this is where I have my knowledge, and that's why I want to help you guys as much as possible too. Now, before I go, I just because this is only supposed to be a 10 minutes live stream, does anyone have any questions at all? Do you guys have any questions on muscle building? Because I want to help you. I want to say a big thank you guys for joining this live stream. I really appreciate you. A massive shout out to Graph Language. You're the real MVP. You're a legend. I appreciate you so much. Thank you so much. How do you increase testosterone? Okay, how do you increase testosterone? One of the best ways is first cutting out things like alcohol, okay? And you need to ensure that your liver is working properly. Now, there's a reason why, okay? When our liver overworks itself, our liver basically helps to break down toxins. When our liver is in an overwork mode, okay, most of your hormones start to get disrupted, okay? So what you want to do is, first of all, cut out alcohol, because it actually reduces your testosterone levels. You notice if you're drinking, a lot of the time you get this decreased sex drive. You also get you start to feel weaker, and overall your natural testosterone levels drop. Next up, what can you do to increase your testosterone levels? Make sure you're also having enough fats in your diet, because your testosterone level, like that, actually does help with your testosterone levels increasing at the same time. Having stuff like maca powder as well too is also great, and also having foods for blood flow, having also nitric oxide as well too is good. You just need things that actually will improve your blood flow. Another way to increase your testosterone levels is lifting heavy. It's not often there is also there's supplementations as well too, and natural supplementations as well too, that you can have for natural testosterone boosters. So testosterone boosters are basically natural products that actually help to just boost your natural testosterone levels. But it's not just so if you take all these testosterone boosters, okay, and you don't actually do some of these things like help with your liver and stuff like that, rest up, they're not gonna work for you, because what happens is your body is trying to fight against each other. You're trying to put yourself in a good mood, in a good position to actually increase your testosterone levels, but you're also fighting at the same time. That's why I always say it's important for you to make sure you get enough rest, get enough sleep, reducing stress levels, get away from things that stress you out, decrease alcohol consumption, have things that will help with your blood flow as well. Lift heavy. Lifting heavy would actually help with boosting your testosterone. There's been studies showing about it, and it's very noticeable as well too. So another thing too is, a lot of the times when a supplement, another great supplement we just came to mind, zinc, okay? Men, have your zinc if you can, okay? Don't overload yourself with zinc, but if your zinc levels drop, your natural testosterone levels drop too, okay? So you really need to ensure that you're having your zinc. Is very important, because zinc, so I don't want to go too in depth with it, but when you have sex, or when technically a guy ejaculates, what happens is you actually deplete yourself of zinc, okay? So if you, after like all of that, and I know this question gets asked a lot, like, does sex ruin my gains? It doesn't really ruin your gains, but you do deplete your zinc levels, and when you deplete your zinc levels, your natural testosterone levels also drop, okay? So make sure that you replace zinc. Now, zinc does not contain milk, so you can have zinc supplementation. Some nutrients and some nutrients actually work better together. So one of the things I've personally found is zinc and magnesium and vitamin B6. They package them as called ZMA, okay? ZMA is an awesome supplement, and I recommend it to a lot of people. The reason why I like ZMA is it's got your zinc, magnesium, and it's got your vitamin B6, and they all work together, and they work more effectively together. And you have it before bed, okay? And what happens is it's the perfect timing, because that's when you're going to be recovering, right? And your body recovers, your restores like your zinc levels as well too. Your magnesium is in there as well. Your body can relax, your muscles can relax, and your body can actually work more efficiently. So ZMA is probably the take of the day as well. Alright guys, I just want to say a big thank you again for joining this live stream. You guys are the real MVP. Thanks again, Graph. You're the real legend as well. Keep me updated as well too, and see if all of this helps, because I want to help you guys as much as possible. Drop in the comments below what you guys want to see next. Your boy's going to be on. Again, I'm on daily for 60 days. So catch me later. Take care, and you're out. Peace.